Hi there, this is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Gemini. Hi Geminis, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs as well as the cross watcher. And this is your past life readings. This is the new series that I'm doing on YouTube and people seem to fucking love them. So this is where we pull past life cards, feel out the energy that comes through, and then also tie them into this life. And they're just amazing. I've got to tell you, the feedback has been great. So, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs as well as a cross watcher. Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Geminis are the twins of the zodiac. So, whether you were a Gemini in a past life or this is just relevant to you right now, there's this sense of two people in one body. So that's why sometimes it's difficult because a lot of Geminis, especially Gemini men, masculine energy, they have this sort of indecisive, hot, cold, off, on, yes, no, come with the wind, leave with the wind kind of a vibe. They're very flaky, if you will. They can be. And don't argue, okay? It depends what else people have in their chart, obviously. But the gist of the characteristics of a very heavy Gemini man is because they're ruled by Mercury. That's the energy of them. They kind of go with the wind. And there's Mercury is, you know, of communication and travel and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and you have your transportation. So it kind of really ties in here. This is a train, right? So Gemini, some of you guys may be really connected to past lives where trains and locomotives were your only form of transportation. There may be extreme memories here about a train station. The train could be really symbolic for you in this life and you don't know why. You just feel like, well, I just always feel really connected to trains. And it's because there's some kind of a past life here that is connected to trains. That was this form of transportation. Okay, some of you right now are feeling real heavy shit come up, and maybe you've always been connected to, but you have Egypt here. Most people have heavy past lives in Egypt, right? And it's most prominent for us because, I mean, a lot of shit took place in our Egyptian past lives, right? Like there was a lot of magic. There would have been a lot of power, sex, money, you know, riches, and there was a lot of famine and curses, and it was just real filled with like a lot of craziness, you know? And so this Egypt past life, for many of you, you feel so drawn to and connected to Egyptian things, Egyptian culture. Some of you are getting visions of and dream of your past lives from Egypt, okay? Very specifically, the pyramids for some of you could be really relevant. And here comes Archangel Michael rolling through. You hear him? There, he just left, the siren. So a lot of this Egyptian stuff, but very much so the pyramids itself, you feel super drawn to. For some of you, you're really drawn to, in this life, triangles, sacred geometry, things of that sort, and you may not know why. And it's this envisioned thing, it's imprinted in the memory and the subconscious of pyramids. Some of you may have been in you know, the undertaking of however of building pyramids, you know, so that just like really sticks out for you. You might be like, holy shit, I always feel so connected to that energy of the pyramids or triangles. Some of you are architects or very drawn to, in this life, architecture, buildings. Yeah, you're fascinated by them, you love that shit, or that's what you do for a living. Okay, now you also have your phobias. So Gemini, some of you guys have a lot of fears in this lifetime that you can't quite figure out why am I afraid of the water, why am I afraid of heights, why am I afraid of getting on trains? Okay, why do I have these fears? And these fears that you have is connected to past lives. A lot of this fear feels like traveling and not making it there safely. This could be because in past lives, you guys may have, you know, God forbid, gotten into a very big accident on the way to going somewhere, vacation or whatever, seeing someone, and there was death, right? This can also be the fact of some of you have phobias of travel, period. Whether that's in a car, whether that's, you know, some of you have a fear of driving. Some of you have a fear of just like anything that is in a moving vehicle, which is crazy because Mercury rules transportation. Okay, and that's your sign, right? Your ruling sign if you're the Gemini. But there's this fear of it. I'm also getting a fear of commitment here. fear of commitment. I mean, obviously it would be due to loss from a past life. We're going to do the Egyptian tarot deck, of course, since you have the Egypt past life card. The Two of Pentacles. There's this thing about, as I told you, it's indecision. Two of Pentacles is sort of yes, no, I don't know. Two sides of the same coin, right? Just kind of flipping, not sure. Someone here is always here, but somewhere else, if that makes sense. You're the other person, okay? This could be like their minds, their body, their souls. They're here, but they're also somewhere else. They may not give full attention to you or to the situation at hand. They could be very flighty. The Emperor. The Emperor is definitely this energy from the past life here. And you can see the Emperor energy is someone who's a ruler. Now, the Emperor would be Aries energy. This could be someone who is the father figure. He's the boss. He's the CEO, right? This is someone who's aggressive. This would be God of War. Some of you might be really obsessed with that kind of shit, like war, battles. This is the Pharaoh, king of Egypt. The Emperor is accustomed to people fearing him. Right? The Emperor would be someone who is very used to always getting his way. You have here the Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely gorgeous. It almost has that look to it of like a dream catcher. You know how the bottom of it, the strings and like the feathers, it kind of reminds you of a dream catcher. And then for some of you, it is symbolic of a dream catcher, right? But this Ace of Pentacles here, it could be moving. It could be career change. This could also be something here of, it feels like it is protection of someone's dream. I keep going back to it looks like a dream catcher. It's protection of someone's dream. Whatever this is has been carried forth from a past life. Five of Swords, self-sabotage. A lot of you guys suffer from self-sabotage in this life. And I feel like if it's a Gemini man, someone with Gemini in their chart, they're very heavy self-sabotagers. The sabotage comes because of the fact that like there is trauma from the past. There is fear of commitment here. There is fear of making the wrong choice. Someone in this life is so fearful of making the wrong choice, they just don't make any. So there's a ghosting, there's an avoidance. There is a completely just digging out, and it's very, very unkingly like. It's very, very muggle low vibrational to just dig the fuck out. Okay, it's immature. So this person here, if that's what they do in this life, they gotta get their shit together. There's just no excuse for it. We don't baby it. We don't make excuses. It's about be a fucking man or woman, okay? Be an adult. But there's this sense of avoidance. The Empress, Jesus Christ. Told you guys, this is extreme Egyptian energy coming through, royal. Look at the sun around her. You know, they said back in the day that the sun was actually the feminine. Sure looks like it in this picture. The Empress is the Pharaoh's wife. This is the Pharaoh's wife. This is what this fucking reading is going to be called. I can feel it more than any damn thing. This is the Pharaoh's wife. This is someone here, this energy of... It's really her, the one that rules. You know, they said that, right? They say that the woman is the neck. This king, this Pharaoh, heavily relied on this feminine energy. She was the one that he trusted to give him the best advice. He was the one that, you know, he looked to her for what she thought, and then he made his decisions based on that. It's what my wife says. It's the equivalent to that, okay? This particular Empress would be someone who was very enlightened. She was a high priestess energy, right? She was tapped into magical energy. She could see things before they came. She had visions. Yeah, she was very tapped in. This Queen of Chalices is here as well. It feels like some kind of ritual here with this cup, this chalice. And as you know, back in Egyptian days, they did rituals for everything, honey. But there is this ritual of, it feels like fertility. So some of you in this lifetime may feel like you might suffer from infertility. Some of you, this might be a really big deal, motherhood, right? But there is this fertility sort of ritual here, or if you will. This could also be womanhood ritual, something of that sort, right? Coming into your own, this becoming. What I saw in my head just now was in Maori culture. In New Zealand, the women tattoo, I forget what it's called, you know, they tattoo their chin here, and it's a really big deal. And they do that when it's time for them to say everything that has been within them, it's time to show and come out. And it's this general idea of that, where it's like it's their becoming, it's them telling the world, here I am, this is me. And it's this really amazing ritual that they go through. They have the other matriarch women in their life that come, and they're there with them when they get this tattoo. And those of you from New Zealand or Maori culture, you know what I mean. And it's like this is becoming. Now this could also be, this is a blessing for children or a child. This is important because in this lifetime, maybe the empress and the emperor, the pharaoh and the pharaoh's wife couldn't have children. Maybe that was the case too, right? So there's this energy of the phobia of, will I ever have children? For some of you, that's a thing you worry about. Some of you, you or the other person don't have any. There's this fear of, will I have them? Or this fear of, I'm afraid to have them. Very intense energy. Queen of Chalices is open, sensitive, intuitive. This can also be in this lifetime. Some of you feel real sensitive and soft and emotionally. Yeah, and you don't know why. Why do I feel like I really connect to that energy of the moon, la luna, yeah? Mahina, we call in Hawaii. Why am I so connected to the energy of that? Why do I feel so emotional? And it's because something about this Queen of Chalices is almost like it comes from a different past life. You've been dubbed like Queen of Cups or something, I don't know. And you have the Ace of Chalices. See, it's a big deal. And the chalice is also considered to be the womb. Yeah, the Holy Grail is the bloodline, is the womb. Yeah, that's the chalice. The Holy Grail is the womb, is what they say. So there is this sense here of the womb. Children, infertility, things of that sort, however it may relate to you. The Ace of Chalices is new love, but there's this ritual here with a cup. Some of you in this life might be obsessed with cups or chalices or vases, and you're not sure why. Okay, you might be real into shit like that. Those types of structures of things that can hold water or liquid or hold, you know, things. It's like, why do I feel so obsessed with containers or cups or vases? You know, even if it's coffee cups in this life. There's this sense here also of drinking. There's some kind of a ritual here, okay? Now, there could have, in some past lives, especially in this Egyptian past life, someone may have been poisoned. And if that was the Pharaoh's wife, the Pharaoh would have fucking called hellfire. Or vice versa. If it was the Pharaoh who died, the Pharaoh's wife would have called hellfire. You have here the Ten of Pentacles, which is extreme abundance. This was an extremely financially abundant lifetime. This was luxury. This was gold and jewels, lapis lazuli. This was everything you could ever imagine you wanted to eat. This was a feasting. This was people bowing down. This was the sense of you could have anything you wanted. This was being able to travel in style, right? This is whatever this would be. This energy comes forth also in this lifetime. This energy of wanting to make sure you are financially stable. This is also commitment. I am committed to you. Pharaoh. King of Wands. Kang Dangalang. There's an assertive masculine energy in this life. This life. Someone may finally step up to the plate. Is it the Emperor? Is it the Pharaoh? Kang Dangalang says, here I am. Someone comes forward, makes an effort. Wow, death. Whew, Scorpio energy, honey. Death is transformation. It's the end of something and then a new beginning of something else, right? So this death energy here would be that of the end is just the beginning. It so reminds me of the movie The Mummy. Remember when he died? That's what he said. He said that death is just the beginning. And in Egyptian culture, that's what they believed. They believed that everything was about the afterlife. They didn't give a fuck about the Muggle life. It didn't matter. What they did in the Muggle life was to assure that they had everlasting happiness and they were able to get to the afterlife. That's the only thing that mattered, was getting to the afterlife and making sure they had a great one. This is why in, you know, the tombs that they have uncovered, you find them with all these things in there because they felt like they needed to make sure they brought those things with them to the afterlife. Okay, their jewels, their money, their food, whatever this was. There's also this weighing of the heart and the feather here, right? That's Mat. Matt did the weighing. There's Anubis attached to that as well as Osiris. Some of you are very heavily involved in the story of Isis and Osiris. And could this also be Isis and Osiris? Absolutely. Some of you feel real connected and drawn to that story. You know, Osiris was banished to the underground, and Isis said, I'm gonna go get my motherfucker, I'm gonna go get him. And she did. And she sure did. That's too much cards. She went to go get him. Oh, the Lovers. I knew it was gonna come out because I saw it. It came out with this bunch of cards, and I said, And I swear to God, I saw it in my head. This is it. You see how there's this sun energy? It's like Cupid, right? With a bow and arrow. And you see how this dude here has two, but the sun, the universe says it's this one. You see that? There's this sense of divine intervention happening here. For some of you, you are the other person. They may have different options, right? But it's going to be the universe sort of pointing to which one it is. This is going to be undeniable. There could already be a lot of signs and synchronicities happening. I gotta tell you guys, while I'm doing your reading right now, and it makes sense, right? Mercury is communication. My throat chakra feels like it's vibrating while I'm talking right now. It's like feeling really weird. It got a little weird, I think, in my my Taurus reading. The one I just did before yours. Interesting. I just wanted to point that out because that's the throat chakra. The Lovers is a decision in love. The Lovers is you. It's Gemini. What do you want? What do you choose? I think it's already been pre-chosen. It's predestined. This shit is already predestined for you. It's like, oh, yeah, you have a choice, you have free will, but it's really like it's been pre-written. He already knows who his wife is. High honor. See, I told you, it's this thing about they were looked up to. They were rulers. They were king. They were queen. Okay, they were Pharaoh. Pharaoh's wife. It has that vibe to it. Mature woman. There could be an age difference here too. The feminine might be older in muggle years, or she might be older in ascension. She ascends first, if you will. Okay, she ascends first. There's a gift thing here. This is someone's birthday. There's something about someone's birthday or the next holiday as well. All right, let's go ahead and put these away, and I'm going to get you a couple of oracles. Beautiful energy. I'm a Gemini rising, so I don't always resonate with Gemini readings, but sometimes I do. Wow. Twin flames. All right, well, some of you really resonate with that. Girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable or boundaries, lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise epiphany, upheaval or transformation, and holy fuck, love call. Listen to this. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Somebody wants to reach out and call, or see how I told you I could feel it in my throat? My throat chakra was vibrating. Someone here wants to call and or reach out. Someone here wants to maybe, I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I do. Bitch, somebody wants to fucking call you and say something, honey. I don't know what. But anyways, this is your reading. Again, in the link below, I have my Patreon link if you want to follow me there. I do my erotic tarot readings there, which are different from the ones that you rent from my website. Also on my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com, you can pre-order my 2 newest bracelets. This is one of them. This is actually my remixed version of my I Am Love. So for those that already have it, you know it's different. It's half rose quartz, half amethyst with this gorgeous Celtic knot heart that I found. So pre-order those, and also my daughter's second bracelet is her Sakura Cherry Blossom Flower Agate beads. So both are available for pre-order, saltwaterhealstarot.com. Also on my website, you can purchase tickets to my next Witches Brew, which is on February 22nd this month. And my Witches Brews are amazing. It's just a networking thing where we get together, we pull cards, we talk stories, we eat. We basically are networking and cackling pretty much the whole time. So tickets are available there. I guess that's pretty much it, you guys. You are my last sign for these past life readings, and it appears I will be doing them again and again and again because people love them. And I think it's important, right? If you don't know where you've been, you don't know where the fuck you're going, okay? Don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been, bitch. All right, so thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscriptions here on YouTube, Instagram. Did we already go over that? Let me go. Thank you, Geminis and Gemini cross watchers. I love you guys. Bye.